Alright, what is going on, guys? So I got a very special video today. So I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard about the New York Comic Con, the Ultimate Champion. You know, it's Metal Sonic Dude. He won. He played really, really good. And so it was the Beat the Boss final. So I'm sure a lot of you guys probably seen it too. So this video is not just going to be that. It's actually something different. So normally what I would do is, I'd maybe break down, analyze every fight, say what I would have done, that sort of thing. But I don't have to say what I would have done, because I actually, when I was watching it, I was like, oh, dude, I really wish I was up there. Of course, I was like, I wish I was up there. But after, I was like, I just wish I could do the fight, see if I could do it, see what would happen if I did it. So I talked to Dave about it, and he talked to Kabam. And so on Sunday, this was on Saturday, so on Sunday when they were closing up the booth and everything, I basically got to try the final champion boss fight. So yeah, we're gonna go over my gameplay at the end, but first we're gonna analyze everyone else's. So we got Seatin going first, then we got Heisenberg, and then we have Metal Sonic Dude. So man, let's jump into this, man. I'm really excited. I was there live recording with my phone, like when it was happening, but I haven't watched it again. So it's the 6.2 champion. So yeah, so players will choose from a pool of champions. So tiebreakers determined by who has the highest remaining health. So yeah, it's 5 minutes. So notice how this one's 5 minutes and not 3 minutes. Why wasn't the Thanos 5 minutes? But so yeah, if nobody kills him, then they all go again. But if someone kills him on the first time and no one else does, then that person wins. So we got Seatin going first, and he chooses, man, a very surprising choice, man. He goes for Stealth Suit Spidey, which is interesting. It's not a bad choice, I don't think. I think it's actually a good choice, because there's no masteries on. You have parry and dexterity, and that's it. You don't get any increase to like crit rate. No other special type of masteries, right? So a champion that can increase their attack and their crit rating through their own abilities is really useful for doing a lot of damage. I think Seatin was really just trying to do, get a feel for the fight, but eventually, maybe just try to do a lot of damage to maybe win that way if you couldn't get the solo. Because getting the solo, like when we were all watching in the crowd, like no one thought this champion was going to be soloed. So yeah, he goes in with Stealth Suit Spider-Man, and he obviously uses the pre-fight ability to apply the slow, so this way the champion can't go unstoppable, so that's great. But man, just look at Spider-Man's health, dude. Like, that's like 2 blocked hit, 2 parries. That's 1200 on the parry, man. That's crazy. Because the thing about Stealth Suit Spider-Man is he is negating the unstoppable from the champion, but he's not negating those furies. And those are some beefy furies, especially on this caliber of a boss, man. And with Stealth Spidey's block proficiency, man, it's crazy. So right there, the champion, when he goes below 70% health, he triggers his first phase, which makes his light attacks unblockable. So Seatin tried to parry right there, and it was unblockable, so it just didn't work for him. And he caught some hits. So now he's really low on health, and dude, it's not looking good. He has 2 web foam charges left. He has to get back to an L3 to even get more of them. And yeah, he gets hit 2 more times against the wall, and he goes down. So that was rough, man. It was rough. But we all thought he'd get to go again, because we didn't think anyone was gonna solo this guy. Yeah, you got to be really careful of that first phase. Those light attacks, man. You'll try to parry, and he'll use a light attack, and then you just take so much damage. It's crazy. So then next up was Heisenberg, and I remember. I'm not sure. I don't know the sound. I'm not sure exactly what he said. He said he was going to use someone, and then I was standing with the 4 Loki guys, and one of them in the back yelled, "Symbiote Supreme!" Like, because that's who he should use, and he's like, "Oh, okay, I'll do that." So then he uses Symbiote Supreme. That was really funny, man. I'm not sure who yelled it. It was someone right behind me, so I didn't see. But yeah, I was standing with all the 4 Loki guys. Heisenberg's in 4 Loki. He changed his name to Dream and Sucks. Because, Dreamin34, who's also in 4 Loki, they're friends, but Heisenberg bugs him. He says he sucks all the time. He made a video saying that he sucks, so he goes by Dreamin Sucks. But yeah, that's Heisenberg 420. So yeah, he's going to be using Symbiote Supreme. So yeah, let's jump in here, and that's who I would use. I think Symbiote Supreme is the best choice for this fight. At least the safest choice, I would say, arguably. Yeah, so he's going in with Symbiote Supreme, and I don't know, I think Heisenberg has a Symbiote Supreme. I think I've seen him use Symbiote Supreme in his Alliance War videos. I'm pretty sure. But he does some questionable things with Symbiote Supreme here, which we'll talk about in a sec. Pretty much with Sim Supreme, what you want to do, man, is get right to the special 3, and just keep going with those special 3s, man, because you're going to nullify any buffs on him. But yeah, right here he throws the L2 when he's in his armor phase. That's like the worst time to throw the special 2, and he would have been at an L3, so I'm really not sure why he threw that, but that was definitely the biggest mistake so far. And then he caught a combo here, and the champion goes to special 3, and dude, he's dead. If he would have used his special 3, though, he would have cycled all of his blessings, and he would have had the armor blessing, and he wouldn't have been able to take more than 15% health. So even if he took an L3, if he would have used his L3 first, he would have been fine. So yeah, throwing that L2 was just a very big blunder. I'm not sure why he did that, especially in the armor phase. He should have saved for L3. Maybe, yeah, I'm not sure why he did that. And then next up was Metal Sonic Dude. So this was the only person to kill the nameless Thanos on the daily tournaments. So, you know, and he says that he's going to use She-Hulk. So he actually kind of called Pam out on stage about it too, saying that they nerfed her, which is pretty funny. But yeah, She-Hulk. So Metal Sonic Dude, I remember when he was first fighting the champion, I followed him on Twitter, because I met him at like 2017 Comic-Con, and he was like fully KO'd against the champion, and he was a little frustrated. He's like, he didn't have a Sim Supreme. I'm like, dude, you know, you should use She-Hulk. Like, she's pretty good against. And this was so many months ago. And yeah, dude, next thing I know, he's uploading like solos with a rank 3 She-Hulk onto Twitter, like screenshots, and he's just killing it with her. And he did that fight like for fun after, so you know he really knows this fight. So he was ready, man. He was definitely ready for this fight. He really has a mastery of the spacing, which is why this is so good. Like, look at that. He just knows the spacing, when he can throw those heavies, where he can stand. He doesn't even need to parry to get them off after the special, so that's really good. The only problem here is that he's holding onto his power. I asked him after why he just wasn't throwing his specials, and I forget exactly what he said. But, like, yeah, I think... like, this could have been a little faster, you know, if he would have just been throwing special ones, you know, maybe this is just, you know, how he has the fight down, which, hey, that's fine. But, you know, if he would have been throwing those special ones, he'd build up more Furies faster, and then he would just be doing more damage. But, hey, man, he's still killing. He's got that spacing down. He's got the intercepts going. He's perfect. Like, he knows the fight with She-Hulk like the back of his hand. So, yeah, dude, it's going great. He's got 5 Furies now. They keep on stacking up because, yeah, it's going perfect, man. He's really killing it. And he doesn't really have to worry about the unblockability of the champion's mediums because he's you know, he's just intercepting. He's not even really parrying at this point. So he's looking good, man. He's looking really good. Those Furies are stacking up. The damage is really getting up there. And he's almost into the 10% phase. No one else even made it to this phase. And this is where the fight actually gets difficult. The start of the fight, you know, it's not too bad. It's really just the champion, you know, with some unblockable light and medium. Just gotta be a little careful of that. Right here he takes a combo to the face. That was a little sketchy. Or I think he took a special to the face. But yeah, he's still doing okay. He hasn't gotten off any of the dexes yet. You know, it's just he's on stage in front of everyone, man. And I'm sure he's a little bit nervous. You know, still just finding the time. Right here he takes another special to the face. But She-Hulk, man, she just tanks it. He still hasn't gotten off any of the indestructibilities yet, but, you know, right there, that was a good parry. He got off the heavy, turn off that unstoppable, and right here, he finally gets his first one there, and then he goes in and gets hit by a headbutt on the tail on the special one, which is crazy, man. Like, it's crazy. He's taken so many hits, he's still alive. But yeah, right here, he gets another one off there. That was good. And now he can't really screw up. If he takes another special, he's probably dead. That parry did a fair bit of damage. So he has 3 more to take off here. He goes in at the end. There we go. Another one. Now he only has 2 left. He still has like 2 minutes. He has a lot of time. There we go. Another one. And boom, the final one right there. And now he finally uses his special attack. He was saving it up for the whole time. He just gets up, man. That'd be really funny if it didn't kill him. But yeah, there's no way that's not going to kill. And dude, he did it on his first try. No one else even got to 10%. And he sold it. So he killed it, man. 3 minutes, 12 seconds. The crowd was going nuts, man. Like I said, like nobody thought that anyone was going to soul this guy on the first try. Everyone thought, you know, that everyone's going to go again, and it's going to be back whoever does the most damage. So it was really crazy. And like after watching this, I'm like, dude, I wish I could do that fight with Sim Supreme. Like I think I could do it, man, with Sim Supreme. So yeah, I'm gonna go pull up my fight, and then we'll go watch that and talk about that. All right, what's going on, guys? So we're back. And so we got the iPad loaded up at the booth. There's like, the booth was closing down at this point. Like they were packing everything up, so I had to get in here. Like after this fight, they were pretty much packing everything up, so I had to get in here quick. So go ahead with Sim Supreme, and so this is my first attempt at it. I wanted to see if I could do it really on my first attempt. You know, if I had 100 attempts to do a fight, I'm sure whatever the fight is, I could eventually solo it, right? If I had 100 attempts. But it's all about that first attempt. You got to do it on the first attempt. But of course, this isn't on stage. This is in front of like a bunch of people. It isn't being live streamed. There are some people, I think there's like a couple people watching me, but you know, there wasn't really any high pressure here. I just wanted to see if I could really do it. So yeah, man, of course I'm bringing in my boy Sim Supreme. That's who I'm really comfortable with this fight. I think he... like I said, I think he's the safest option. You know, She-Hulk, MSD killed it with her, and the thing is, like, he could have even gone faster if he would have thrown L1s to stack up more fury. So maybe she's the fastest without, like, on this setup, like, you know, without masteries and everything. But like with Mystic Dispersion, then maybe Sim Supreme. Yeah, because I could do so much damage with special 2s, but I don't really get that damage off here because there's no Mystic Dispersion. But yeah, as you can see, we go for our special 3, unlike Heisenberg there, who threw a special 2. I should have asked him why he threw that. Maybe it was an accident, I don't know. But yeah, now you can see we're stacking up those bleeds, man. Everything's going good. So we pushed him into his first phase here, so his light attacks are unblockable. So we got to be careful, man. The only time I'll go for a parry in this phase is if I completely like back off and he dashes at me. Because if he dashes at you, that's obviously a medium attack, and that's not unblockable. So that's the only time I like to do that in the first phase here. Just try to keep my distance, try to bait specials to get my openings, and give him power with my specials. So that's what I'm going for. And the fight's going really good, man. We're getting him down really low, really fast, dude. Sim Supreme is really killing it. So we get into the next phase here. So now his medium attacks are unblockable at this point. So pretty much no contact in this phase. I try not to get any contact because you could parry a light attack, but you know, I'm not trusting that he's just gonna throw a light attack. So yeah, no contact here, only intercepts right there. I hit a nice little intercept. Only intercepts and baiting out specials to get the openings in this phase, and that's what we're doing. So push him up with some power. Go ahead, drop my L3. Everything's going really good so far, man. As you can see, when I take my hands off the iPad, that's kind of wave them off a little bit. They get a little sweaty when I'm fighting bosses and stuff. But yeah, dude, everything's going really good in this fight. We're getting him down. He's almost at 10%, but once we get to 10%, that's really when the real fight starts. The first 2 phases, man, they're nothing crazy if you know what they are, if you have a little bit of practice against it. Yeah, like, because for Seatin, man, he's not even done 6.2, and I don't know if Heisenberg is either. I doubt he is. So, you know, they kind of were at a bit of a disadvantage for a fight like this, whereas me and MSD 100%ed it before me. But I was waiting for a Legends run, and I did a Legends run, and I've even went back in and fought this guy after. So, you know, like, we have an advantage in this fight just because we know it a lot better. So right here on the first Dex attempt, don't get off any charges. It's been a little while since I've done the fight. You know, I uploaded the solo on the champion with Sim Supreme. I think I uploaded when I was at Comic-Con, but I actually recorded that like weeks prior to Comic-Con. It took me a little while to get around to uploading it, but yeah, so after the second special one, I think we got off 1 charge. I tried to get off right here on the second hit of his special one. That's when I tried a Dex to get off a charge. That's just like how I started. That was I was just dueling Cow Whale before I did my Legends run, like weeks before my Legends run, like when it first came out. And I just practiced dexing the specials, and I just kind of got used to it like that. I ate a little bit of a heavy to the face there. Tried to dex his L2. I don't know the timing on that, so I wasn't really trying. Just, you know, I'll try, but I'm not gonna die because of it. So I got hit once there with a combo, but I still have a decent amount of health. So right here I have 2 of the armor phases, so I have a bunch of perfect block and block proficiency. So I just blocked his special 1 there and got off a free dex there. If you block, it's kind of free right there. We got off the second one again. That's the one I'm really comfortable with getting off. Go ahead, drop an L1, just to give him a little bit of power here. And we just need to bait off 1 more special, get off 1 more charge. Boom, there we go on the second hit. Drop special 2, and boom, that's the fight over. So we got it on the first try. I was really happy with that when I did this. Nice, man. I did get it on the first try. As you can see, they're taking down the iPads behind me. Like, this is at the very end of the event, man. And yeah, so my time at the end, it wasn't enough to beat MSD, but you know, like I was just seeing if I could solo it. You know, he absolutely killed it with She-Hulk, man. And like the thing is, I think he could have gone faster if he threw special. So I don't know. I think She-Hulk might be the fastest. without, like, with this setup, you know. But with masteries, you know, with Mystic Dispersion and everything, I think Sim Supreme could maybe be a bit faster because you just get off more specials to get to that last 10% faster. It's really just a race to that point, and then whoever can really get off the indestructible charges. But yeah, guys, that's going to do it for this video. My thoughts on the final Beat the Boss on everyone who did it, and, you know, me kind of doing it just a little bit extra. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys thought. Next year at Comic-Con, I wonder who it's going to be, man. Next year, maybe it'll be the Grand Master or something. I don't know. We've got to see who else comes for Act 6, 6.4. That's going to do it for this video, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Drop a thumbs up. If so, go check out Metal Sonic Dude's channel. A link to it will be in the description below. A link to Heisenberg and Seatin's channels as well will also be down below. I'm sure you guys all know Seatin. You might not know Heisenberg, though. He makes a lot of Alliance War videos. If you want to watch those, check it out. And then Metal Sonic Dude, he's just starting to upload more. He made some Guillotine videos. He made a count roster look over. Yeah, go check him out, dude. He's like 15, very skilled at the game. He's a good dude. Like I said, I met him in 2017. Yeah, he made it on. I think he made it on stage the second day. I think he versus Yeet, and Yeet beat him. But it's because he used like X23. If he used a better champion, he probably would have done better. But yeah, this year, man, he came back and he killed it. So yeah, go check out those guys. Drop a like, join the video, subscribe, like some more content. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace out.